I put my time in this. It's like I gave my life to this. Let me just hold the meds. Let me just light my spliff and think about the righteous things. I ain't trying to be stuck in a box. See the box?
Yeah, alright, we're back. Table Time Podcast. So I'm saying second episode. Hey, do you know what? I forgot to put the merch on that, but it's mine still. We're gonna just keep it moving.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, you get me? Episode 2. First episode we had my guy Trex, big up Trex. You get me? Talking about the branding and that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Today I got my co-host beside me. Introduce yourself.
Hey, K Sims. Sims
on.
OBT.
Hey,
Table.
got my brother over there.
OP, Wise Monkeys Media.
We got Wise Monkeys Media. You see what I'm trying to say? And today we got our guest with us as well. I want you to introduce yourself as well.
Genius Dan, South London.
Shit,
Hey.
South
Hey.
London. Hey,
South
South London.
London.
You know
South
that when you
London.
go carnival and they say, South London in the building.
Fucking hell, mate.
Come on. So yeah, man. Big up man like Genius Dan. You see what I'm saying? Today's gonna be the topic of today as well is conspiracy theorist. You see what I'm trying to say? So obviously people talk about conspiracy theorists and all that, but sometimes the people that they're saying are conspiracy theorists are talking the truth. You see what I'm trying to say? They're saying certain things that people don't want to hear. You get me? And people like to block out. But obviously when I was doing the rare talks and that, man like Dan, obviously you saw the episode with the hardest, and obviously Dan shouted, man, innit? And from there we built a connection. And yeah, Dan always tells, man, he drops the gems. He talks some real, he gives man information. He talks real stuff, innit? You see what I'm trying to say? So today we're just gonna have a little talk. But yeah, man, tell the people where you're from and that, innit? Like, obviously I know you said South London, but whereabouts in South London? What school did you go to?
Grew up in,
Talking the mic, innit?
so grew up in Brixton originally.
What
Went
part?
to Angel Town. So
A-Town.
this is opposite Wynn Road.
Yeah.
So I used to live at Lees Court in the building there. So yeah, attended Loughborough Junior School when I was young, and from there, so lived in Brixton from a youth. This was when they all had eye care. I used to wear Dunlops. Who remembers Dunlops? Dunlops,
Oh,
man.
man.
I had a couple of pairs.
Where was the eye kid?
Dunlop did their thing at
Eye
one
Care,
point.
was it Mother Care? I think
Man
it
was
was.
making it work.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's-
Brixton. Yeah,
yeah.
man,
You gotta make it work.
Brixton.
Yeah.
Come on, old type mother care, Brixton.
You know,
Get
so,
me?
this is like old school. This was young. Obviously, I lived in Brixton, then from there, moved to Tulse Hill.
Jeez, the
You know,
wood.
yeah, this was the days when your parents could just leave. You could leave your door open. No one would rob your house.
You know, like that. Our times have changed, you know.
Yeah. And then from there, I was young when I lived in Tulse Hill. Then from there, West Norwood, number 27, Franklin Close. This was like back in the days.
Yeah.
This is when, if you remember, all ballet shoes, ragger shoes, Rangers. Who remembers them? Huh? Do you guys remember Rangers?
Break it
Nah,
down, break it
raggers,
down.
no?
break
These
it
were
down,
like the
break it down.
boots. You know, like this was when like desert boots were back in the days.
Oh, what's that like?
You know,
Clarks.
Clarks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so this was when, remember Car Can't I?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that one. Yeah,
So
yeah,
is
yeah,
that was my
Man's got to
generation,
tell the
man.
tune
And,
about that. Yeah.
Huh?
Man's
And,
got to tell the tune about that.
and what else there was?
What secondary school did you go to?
I went to. Oh my God, there's a few still.
Don't
So I
lie.
went to secondary school. I went to Ingram High. This was before they converted it to Sellers Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's in Croydon, isn't it?
yeah,
Selhurst.
Croydon,
Selhurst.
Fulton Heath, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there I went to Lanfranc, Archbishop Lanfranc School in Mitcham.
See.
You know, because obviously the school Ingram at the time wasn't really didn't really get what I was supposed to get there in terms of it was. I thought it was a bad school, and my mom said, you know what, we're moving you.
Fair enough.
So I just went to Lanfranc. Obviously met a few people there. Some of the old lot from Ingram moved to Lanfranc. So it was decent. It was alright, man. It was alright. Obviously,
So what,
education.
tell us some wild stories and what happened in Lanfranc. Like any wild stories?
Oh man, boy, just not really. You know, just the old. So this was like jungle days. This is when jungle was just on the scene. You know, like General Levy.
Jeez.
You know,
Was that,
so-
oh, wicked, the general.
Yeah. So,
Hey, big tune. Come on, man. That's tuned in, you know.
yeah, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. I'll be honest with you, my background, I wasn't really someone that was on the streets. My mum was strict, man. I mean, I remember one time I finished school and I was in the Whitgift Centre. I was in a drama centre and I had my hat on and I was with shout out to Babyface. I was with him and couple of the friends from school, and my mum saw me. I felt, you know, the mum said, "It's this way, I do."
Yeah.
Go home. I felt, you know, you just feel embarrassed. I was just with stuff, you know, like the margins.
Yeah. He's lacking, bro. When you're all comfortable as well.
Yeah,
you're
man.
Inside
Oh,
talk and that. You
Getting
get me?
into it, like.
yeah, man, honestly. But yeah, to be honest with you, I was just, how can I put it? Yeah, just down to earth, really. Just, yeah, they really wasn't really road and just an average sort of guy. Prior to obviously secondary school, I went to Croydon College.
Okay, Croydon
Yeah.
College was active.
Yeah, Croydon College. That, a lot of, I think back then, loads of people.
Yeah,
especially
nothing
from
from
Brixton went
Brixton.
there.
Yeah, nothing from Brixton
And
went there.
they used to
Couple
play-
Peckerman as well.
Yeah,
South.
play cards up in the canteen. You know, yeah, a lot of cards.
Everything there, yeah, you can go there lunchtime and everything.
Yeah, literally there.
Yeah. What
I
did you
was-
study?
Psychology, sociology,
Jeez.
IT.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. So, yeah, man. I was there for a short period of time. Then I went to John Ruskin College, which is in
remember John
Addington.
Yeah.
Studied business studies there,
Okay.
sociology, and I did another English. Well, yeah,
Jeez, makes
you know,
sense.
so yeah, my journey, those journeys were, the 134, the 64.
You see them
Hill, you know, like
treacherous bus
hillside.
journeys.
The hills. So it's like very hilly. So it's
Yeah.
like you're going to like another country, man. And yeah, but yeah, it was right, man. Honestly, back then things were just calm. You know.
And what, did you grow up with both parents in your household?
You know what? Mom and dad at the time, but obviously, as you know, things don't work out. So you know, obviously, they split. And yeah, just literally, I was with my mum most of my growing up.
Yeah.
And obviously see my dad, you know, every so often. But, yeah.
What, siblings and that?
Oh God, man.
You say you weren't ready for this,
Real life.
Come on, fam.
I've
We're in the podcast
listen,
game
I've got,
now.
yeah, I've got
Come on.
loads, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, from your mum's side?
No, dad's side.
What, loads of siblings?
There's
like that.
there's maybe 13 probably. You know, but yeah.
I said 13.
Yeah.
So you say your dad was out here. Pops is a bad boy.
Yeah, man. Obviously, a few that I speak to, but obviously some, you know, as you know, with family, I don't see obviously one of them.
Yeah. Always like that, isn't it?
Always.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So what, you see in school, was you like into any sports, athletic?
You know what? I'd say I'm more sort of maybe football, probably. No, but yeah,
You say,
nothing.
was you a
really-
baller though?
Huh?
Was you a baller?
You know what? I tell you what. I used to love designer stuff. I used to work in Madhouse, Cromwell's Madhouse in Croydon.
Okay.
I used to bunk college and just to do the overtime to buy some moshy jeans. Hey, do you remember the crazy mosh days?
Yeah, come on.
I had the cat and the dog. I had the whole suit.
I remember they used to have the pedigree chum ones still.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah.
The one here.
Do you know what? Yeah, obviously, crazy much days. I was too young for that, innit?
Yeah.
But like all the OGs on my block, innit? They used to rob banks and that. Innit? So I'm trying to say, the man used to rob Shabby in the Abbey. That's what they used to call it, Shabby in the Abbey. Obviously, them man there, they used to do the Shabby in the Abbey, Shabby in the Halley, and then they used to come back to the block, and they would have like bare crazy mosh, Versace. But the crazy mosh is what I used to remember. One guy called Shortman, big up, Free Shortman. He had the shirt one time, fam, and it had the pedigree chum on it, and he had the trousers to match, and I was just like, this is wavy. I wish I could get that. How much was the crazy mosh them days there? Like,
Do you know what? I paid 135 for the jeans and 200 for the jean jacket.
see,
Wow.
Yeah, it was man. I had more money then than sense. Honestly, man. Yeah, bro. Listen, man. It was a thing where I used to go to G's Court. Yeah, this is Probito days.
Okay, I know about the beat.
Yeah, and I used to get a lot of my stuff from there, South Moulton Street. I think it was St. Christopher Place. Yeah, I used to go. I got my iceberg tracksuits there, £100. But it's a thing where I used to just, if I didn't have enough money where I was working, I would buy the jeans or buy the tracksuit, then go back next month for the t-shirt.
What would you do? Go back this
So I'll buy maybe the bottoms,
Yeah.
and then because I didn't really have the top, then I'll just wear the leather jacket.
To style it, yeah. But obviously, if you could do that though, them days, you was
honestly,
fly.
man.
So
Yeah,
I'm trying to say, man.
I had listen.
All
When
the
it came to
OGs
fighters,
went to Probito still. You get me? That was like that was the spot.
I had man. When it came to clothes, I had everything, man. The top, the Machino Mare hat, the oh god, what's that glasses, man? I had the man. You name it, the shoes, the trainers. Even Averex, I had the red Averex.
AVs. You remember the AVs? Over
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that
AVs
was
Of course, never had one though, but yeah, I remember
Yeah,
them.
I had one.
Yeah, my
still.
big brother had one, but I never had
Looking at
one.
them.
Yeah, I had one. Still. I had one. Still. You get me? But it was a hand me down still. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know about that, like, you know what I mean?
Hand-me-downs.
I had a hand me down AV still.
Yeah.
You get me? But yeah, man.
So yeah, man. It's been a journey, man, and obviously I'm happy to be here, man. You know.
So you see, like growing up in South London, what's your experiences, isn't it? Like, what's the wildest thing that you experience in South? Obviously, without incriminating anyone, or we're not here to do that. We're not Vlad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, well,
Man,
'cause obviously we speak regular, innit? And we know mutuals. We know about certain. You get me?
Yeah.
So
Man, listen, man. I've gone to a lot of funerals, and as you know, obviously, certain things happen. People lose their lives, but I never lived that life. You know what I mean? And I'm happy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because even certain people I used to speak to, you know, certain lifestyles, I said to them, look, man, you know, just left that lifestyle, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You live once. Let me do a CV for you. Let me do a curriculum vitae. That's what I mean. But so, you know, well, you know what it is. You know,
The Latin.
do you know what it is? It's good to be different. I don't want to be one of those. You know, like just follow the crown. I had my own mindset. That's what I mean. I was different.
yeah.
You know, so yeah, I was more positive. Everyone sort of knew me for obviously girls and jewelry and clothes. They used to call me Mush Man. Yeah. Mush Man.
What do you say?
Yeah.
So he say, how you get that name, fam?
Because I was always in Mush.
He said because of the crazy much and that.
Yeah, and you know, I gave a lot of the stuff away. You know, I gave a lot of the stuff away.
That's
so,
the one that you're making me die, man.
yeah, that was yeah.
That's the they used to call me Mush, man.
Yeah,
Man was the
bro.
gallus. Man was out here. So what, they used to go to Shubbins and them thing there,
I
yeah?
was never really a club,
Whose
you know,
phone's
bro.
on loud like that, man? What's going on?
I was
Is
never,
that OP, fam?
So,
Come on, man.
I was never really. I was the guys. You know, stand up and gaze. I wanted to go home, bro. I was never the one to be out at clubs early hours in the morning. I was the one that let's bounce. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't see, man. But yeah, in terms of your question, yeah, see a lot in South London, as you know, obviously, as you do, you know, I've had obviously a few experiences, you know, but I'm alive.
Come
You know
on,
what I mean?
fam. Yeah.
You know,
Give thanks, you get me?
yeah, definitely,
Like
and
that.
but yeah, it's sad, man. You know, like obviously, as you know, things happen. Some people are not here. You know, but I'll be honest, with you, I'm just grateful for, you know, obviously in life you have experiences.
Yeah.
You never let them make you or break you.
Exactly. That's
You
it.
see what I
innit?
mean?
That's
But,
what makes you become a man. So I'm trying to
yeah.
say.
You know,
So we're gonna get onto like, obviously, I see. You know what? People will say you're controversial, innit? You see what I'm trying to say? Like when you pose.
people. Do you know what it is? People call
He's
me.
ready. He's ready. He's
people-
ready. Go on.
People call me
Yeah.
a conspiracy theorist, but I would call myself a trutheracy theorist.
Say that again.
A trutheracy theorist.
Okay.
Because the word conspiracy theorist came from, you know, the C Hey, yeah, you know the middle. I'm being smart. I'm being
Nah, I'm waiting
careful
for
here.
Sims. I'm
That's what I
waiting.
mean.
It's gone over my head
What you
already.
say, Central Intelligence Agency.
Already.
I know exactly what he said. I know.
The first thing, I'm
Yeah, and
already
then you got
lost
the
now.
M5.
Yeah.
You got the M5, M6. See, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, you can get shut down.
I'm saying.
What, the
But
M6?
nothing.
yeah, these are. Do you know what?
M6 BMW, bro.
You know what? That word
away.
conspiracy theory
Yeah.
was created by them for the sole purpose of causing a division to anyone that anyone that challenged their version of the truth narrative. You will be if you. Basically, what happened was initially the JFK
Fake news, isn't it?
assassination.
Yeah.
He got assassinated.
Who's that?
JFK Kennedy, yeah?
Yeah.
And he was literally the one that was going to basically put an end to certain things that's going on in, you know, like the Nati,
Yeah.
and certain things that's going on beside. But little did he know
Yeah,
that,
they done Lincoln as well.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that was smooth still. It was
That
smooth. It was
was
smooth.
smooth. Yeah, go on, bro. Say it.
But little did he know is that when you're in power, especially in office, like that, you are not in control. And the thing is, you can't.
a puppet.
You can't have your own brain, or even start to think that you know what you can do what you want to do. It don't work like that. And if you don't comply or follow through, they take you out, man. And that's a fact. They take you out. You know, and a lot of people clocked onto that assassination, and basically a lot of people were talking. So what the IA did was create this word called conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So what will happen is if
Where he
you
drops it.
What's the IA, bro?
Central Intelligence Agency.
Go on, say
So
that again.
these are part of like the world government. These are part of the elite. So there's loads of them. There's a hierarchy structure.
Sorry, man, I'm
The
slow,
IA,
bro.
you know,
I'm
like
slow. That's the IA.
This is why you're here.
Hey,
Hey, listen, people.
I'm with it now,
This
man.
ain't gonna be the first time we're gonna see him as well.
Traverse. What did you say? So, what's it called? A traverse. Instead of conspiracy theorist, you said
Conspiracy.
Yeah. So the
conspiracy.
the conspiracy theory word was
I just
created
want to know
by
how to spell it.
the CIA in 1967, and that was to basically throw off anyone that would challenge their version of the truth narrative. So they have their truth narrative in the way certain things happen and played out. But then you had certain people realizing, no, this don't add up. And then, so to cause a division, they said, no, this is a conspiracy theory. So automatically, when you hear conspiracy theorists, you automatically think tinfoil hat, madman, and then automatically you then you whatever said gets dismissed.
Yeah, 100%.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And
That's
then
David Icke, innit?
yeah, literally. And even that guy David Icke, a lot of the stuff he talks about is truth, but the word is that he took his knowledge and stuff from Malachi Z. York. If you know about Malachi Z. York, the Nuwaubians, these guys, Malachi was talking this stuff for years, and they got him on child trafficking, and they stitched him up, man, and gave him over 130 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, they stitched him up because he was dropping some gems.
Yeah.
But you see, with the people like David Icke and Alex Jones, I class them as what you call they're shields. They basically control the position, because you can't tell me that a man like them two, been around for years, have been known to have platforms, done books, talking about Matrix and stuff. Nothing happens to them.
I know. Why? Why is that though? Why?
Because they're put in place to fulfill part of an agenda. Hence why, and the reason I come to that conclusion, because look at man like Isaac Cappy.
Yeah.
He did a death switch. Isaac Cappy was exposing stuff. They took him out.
Yeah.
Why is it that these two particular individuals that everybody knows of,
Yeah.
still around today,
You're
still
right.
alive,
Yeah. 'Cause
can
I
be
question
taken out?
that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know about have you heard of Rick Clay? Rick Clay. I'm gonna send you some info. Rick Clay talks about the 2012 Olympics, saying that it stood for Zion, and that how they were using certain information, Zion, yeah, and they were using not certain information,
From the
certain
Matrix,
certain energies, to do rituals, innit, yeah. Next minute, my man's dead. He was talking about the Queen and that. You get me? R.I.P. He was talking about the Queen and that. Next minute, my man
R.I.P.
got missing.
I tell you,
Hey,
talking.
what-
And then you got John Harris.
What's a death switch though?
That's
God, yeah,
basically
break it
in an
down.
event where you drop
Talking
something
to the mic.
controversial. Yeah, in an event where you talk about certain things that you know is gonna get you outed. Yeah, you create this which is basically like a recording in an event where you know if anything happens to you, you release certain evidence of recordings. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but so that way it kind of then puts pressure on the other person to kind of maybe not do anything. So it's a thing where look, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna provide all this evidence. You know, if anything in an event, anything happens to me,
This
then
is going
you
to
give it to someone.
35. This guy to all the news. This guy to all the news channels.
Yeah,
all the
literally.
papers.
Let me tell you like something. Do you like, remember there was some explosion in Florida? There was where these buildings. I can't remember. Someone they took out a building. I think it was to do with my man, the McAfee guy. You know the McAfee guy, the one that created McAfee Security. He died.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
in prison,
Yeah.
Listen. You see. Let me tell you something. You know the people that are the real deals, the ones that are the real deals, they lose their life because what it is. A lot of people don't realize is that when you how can I put it? When you are part of when you're a public figure or you're someone that's in the limelight, you got millions of followers. It's like you don't get those. What a lot of people don't realize is that you don't get these millions of followers. You've got to sell out. Because as you know, everything is controlled. It's a big network. You know what I mean? And a lot of these organizations are Freemason run. There's philanthropists. Philanthropists are people like Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey,
Shelling them
Mark
now.
Zuckerberg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And philanthropists are people that there's basically people that supposedly give money, give out free money to help. Help people and stuff like that. But as you know in life, nothing's free.
Yeah.
So we say their soul comes.
Oh,
they sell
man,
their
listen,
soul
man.
for it.
A lot of these guys, I'll be honest with you, a lot of these guys, how can I put it? A lot of these guys from our bloodline linked. So they have connections, and this is why you find a lot of people that are in power now is they're not elected, they're selected. So when you see a lot of people saying, they're voting and stuff, the vote is you're wasting your time. You see what I mean? And I don't even. I used to debate. I used to debate, and I don't do it no more. I'm too old to debate with people. I just come with facts. And if you guys notice, I've lost.
Bye.
I'm on my 15th TikTok. You know what I mean? TikTok shut me down. Yeah, WhatsApp have terminated me a couple of times as well.
TikTok
And
are
if you
not
ask
playing.
anyone,
Listen.
Why for the stuff
Not
that
into
you
the
share?
conspiracies.
I've been I'm talking a couple of years. I was deleted of WhatsApp,
He's a
and I
real
had to read WhatsApp's terms and conditions. And WhatsApp's telling me people need to have your number stored in their phone. You have to have their number stored because I used to send broadcasts out. You know where you just have a broadcast and the message goes out to everyone at once. Yeah, man. They said you violated our community guidelines and standards. You are no longer you're allowed to use WhatsApp. And then when it brings you back to the beginning, and when you put in there, this account has been disabled, deactivated. So I had to get another number. But you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I found a flaw in their system. After 6 months, it gets wiped. But yeah, honestly, man, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Listen,
See when you're talking the truth, yeah, when you're giving people information that the Babylon don't want you to hear, or the Babylon don't want people to know. They shut man down, bro.
my phone has been overheated. They shut down my Telegram. They shut down the Instagram. The Facebook.
I know Telegram's meant to be encrypted site.
And you know what it is, and you have people that people are skeptical. You've got certain people that exaggerate. They're doing this. I screenshot and I show proof and evidence, and it shows on the Samsung phone. It goes on their phone is overheating. We've had to close down these apps, and do you know what it is? The madness about it, fellas. These are. I'm talking. These are like $1,500 phones. These are just under $2,000 phones with what a terabyte of memory. You see, with me, for the stuff that I do. Listen, man, my internal memory is 500 gigabytes. My external is 500 gigabytes. Yeah. So these are phones that are running at, how can I put it, very high. Yeah. So when I realized, what's going on, the apps that they were shutting down because the apps apparently were causing the phone to overheat. How does an app with a very up-to-date phone with the up-to-date software update overheat? Yeah, you see what I mean? But I realized what it was, I was having a great impact, and a lot of my posts were going viral. I was all hitting 100K on Facebook on certain things. 1,800 shares. You see what I mean? And then as soon as I started to drop, I think when the worst censoring I got was in 2020. They Facebook blocked me 90 days straight. They blocked me on a block. They banned me while I was still halfway through a ban. So whilst I was halfway through, almost finishing a ban, they hit me with another 30, and they hit me with a ban going back from a post a year ago. Imagine a post I did a year ago. I'm like, but that didn't make sense. Why did you not hit me? You digging up stuff to shut their account down. So yeah, man. Facebook. I'm on my 13th YouTube channel now.
13th YouTube.
Yeah, 13. You see what I find incredible is that you have certain people, they'll rap madness and chefing but then
they get away with it.
Yeah, and they get mad views. But then
why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because a lot of what it is, YouTube want people, they like stuff like that to be promoted, and a lot of it is to do with genociding your own people. It's genociding.
You know what I would say as well, innit? Because obviously what you're saying, I totally agree, innit? So boom. A lot of these artists, they got investors, innit? They got backers. And their backers ain't small people, innit? So Sony, all these big labels.
All Freemasonry run and owned.
Alright. So their money's in this, innit? So where their money's in this now, no matter what a man's saying about chefing, stabbing, killing, man, that has to get monetized right now. So I'm trying to say, like, that has to go through. Like, when guys like me, Sims, and Checks are rapping real life stuff, telling man, if you listen to what man am I saying, that your kids can listen to man's music. You know the way there. We're from the streets. We grew up seeing the same things that everyone else saw, but man just chose to, man gonna navigate this way. So I'm trying to say, we're gonna spit about this. Man can tell man about gang shit all day, but so I agree with that, innit? Like as an artist as well, I feel that where these men have got big budgets, big people behind them, like they're
obviously being told to spit about that, innit?
Because that's the forte right now. That's what's trending. So I'm trying to say, that's what's trending. And you know what? I'm gonna tell man a story. Back in the days, like a few artists that I know, they're not even big in the industry now, but they was in the industry. And I'm not gonna say their names because I'm not trying to, But man told me, bro, and this brother's an Aki as well, so I know he's a religious brother. He said to me, "Yo, Fen, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, man had a little distribution deal. Me and my guy, boom, boom, boom. And I'm not gonna lie, in a small print, the small print is a Freemason thing. So I'm trying to say, like, in a small print, man signed to a secret society. You know the way there. So he's told me this from 2007, 2006. And this is a brother that stopped doing music. He was big. They made their little money, they cut out whatever, innit? So even from then I knew, innit? And at the end of the day, that's why all these, like, the algorithms of, so say if we're talking about something like, even in lockdown, when I was saying that, right, a man drink ginger, a man drink lemon, a man drink moringa tea, and you won't get coronavirus. You won't get sick. I'm not even saying coronavirus, I'm saying man won't get sick. Instagram was locking man down, like, raw.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Get the vaccine now. So I'm trying to say, fam. So I know when man says certain things, they don't want to hear man saying certain things. So I'm trying to say, they want to hear man saying the thing that's gonna mess up our society, that's gonna mess up the generation that's growing up, like the future. If they're hearing the younger generation always hearing about gang violence, this, that's what's cool. They're gonna grow up same like man, innit? You see what I'm trying to say? Man's gonna grow up doing that. You see what I'm saying? So
you know, you see, to add to what you said as well, you find that as well, a lot of these artists, they're not free to speak. They don't have freedom of speech. Because when a lot of this stuff was kicking off, a lot of these artists weren't saying anything. You didn't see no one talking about, you know, the V scene. You know what I mean? Yeah,
they were protecting that.
Yeah,
check,
this what I mean. Because the thing is, you say the wrong thing, you don't get funded, you get shoved. Is what I mean? And this is why I say to a lot of people, why is it that, you know, if you're free and you're really in control. Why is certain people not speaking up and saying, no, ban this? But what I come to realize is that a lot of people, because they wanted, to make money, they wanted to travel, certain men were encouraging certain people to get the vaccine. I'm going to encourage say any names, but they know who they are. Oh, I've had my joke. Is that what I mean?
We'll get yours.
Yeah,
You're being irresponsible.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Because they were because they weren't making the money because of the lockdown. But then when lockdown was happening, a lot of people were making the money from events. Yeah. So in order for you to go to these events, you needed to show that you've had your VC. You had the certificate. You see what I mean? Yeah. And that's when I started to see a lot. Do you know what? 2020, I saw a lot of people's true colors, man. 2020 showed me something completely different, man.
I see as well. Still.
You see what I mean? And it's sad, man. Yeah. I'm about trying to save people's lives, and I don't get paid for this, man. You know what I mean? My social media is shot. I'm blacklisted on TikTok. I'm officially the name Genius Dan, Genius Man. I'm officially blacklisted to the point where, listen, I've got iPad, I've got a Samsung Tab S7 Plus, I've got the S20 Ultra, S22, the iPhone 4. And these buggers, they blacklisted me, and I know I'm blacklisted.
Why do you think though? Why do you think you're blacklisted? Why is that? Because who are you getting blacklisted by, innit?
Listen, these are people. I believe people talk, isn't it? And I believe that all these organizations, they all are interlinked. So it's like, you call it algorithms. It's almost like if what you post doesn't fit their narrative and it's not acceptable to what they want on the platform, they'll shut you down. You see what I mean? And I was going on my TikTok, man. I was getting crazy views. I was getting crazy views, man. And then all of a sudden now, they didn't like it. Then I started to all of a sudden, community guidelines. I did a screen recording. I had more than 50 videos, bro. Yeah. Literally, I don't like. I had to upload this because people are skeptical. They want to see evidence, and I'm like, Dan, like what? Then I had what happened? Instagram did something. They did something dirty. Do you know? One time I was getting emails every for at least a few weeks. I'd say maybe 2 weeks straight. Every day, video's been removed. Then I got another notification, video's been removed. And when I looked on Instagram, I was like, blood, they removed videos going back for 2020, bro. I was like, what?
They scanned it.
Huh?
They scanned it. They went through the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, remove violation. Yeah. And then what it is, you see, sometimes they're smart. They'll try and say copyright, yeah? But I know it's because of the information that's on there. That's what I mean. Freedom of speech is done now. You can't say anything. That's what I mean. You can't say anything.
It's true, though.
You can't do anything without. That's what I mean. It's all controlled. A lot of these artists are controlled. That's what I mean. As long as you're genociding your own, it's fine. Disrespecting women, talking about ops. You see what I mean? It's and I see it because I barely make 50. I'd be lucky if once I start building my platform on YouTube, after about 30 subscribers, they out me. I'll make about 50, they out me. It's only recently now I've managed to make 113, and I'm on my last strike. You see what I mean? But I've come to realize that if you don't do as you're told, they get rid of you. And I'll give you an example. Look what they did to Wiley. They used Wiley as an example for the rest of the artists to think if you want to get a brain and want to get ahead of yourself, we'll shut your Twitter down, we'll shut your Instagram down, we'll shut this. I mean, we'll make you irrelevant.
But you see with Wiley though, you see where he's part of the history of music, that like from the youth, them even growing up, we're gonna always tell them about Wiley, innit? So as much as they try to shut him down there, he can't get shut down. You see what I'm trying to say? And that's what I'm trying to say. As much as you got, like, you're right what you're saying. We live in a place where it's meant to be freedom of speech, but if you say certain things that's not in their narrative, then your platform will get shut down, innit? But as long as you've built on your own thing, like you said, man just got to keep building. That's why you're here, bro. It's not, man's not worried, no, bro. You got a voice. Your voice is here. This is part of your voice. This is your platform as well. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna change the narrative. You see what I'm trying to say, fam? Because you're talking about conspiracy theorists, but you've shown me a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even I Dan got on to me checks. I can't. I'm gonna bring this up quick. I done a picture on remember we done the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Obviously I threw up the. You get me? For the audio listeners, I threw up the sign with the horns in it. You get me? Just for the fun of it. But Dan said, "Yo, Fen, fix up, fam. Fix up. That's a
You
curse."
can't do that for the band.
Get man a liquor.
You know what it is? You see,
Aye.
you see what I've come to understand. Yeah, a lot of people follow. A lot of people follow. The fashion. They follow things, and they follow things without doing their research or knowing what they're following or what they're throwing up, and it's not good. Even the sagging, you can ask anyone that knows me. No one can turn and say to you they ever saw me sagging. I said to people straight. I said the day you see me sagging, beat me up, and I'm saying to you, I'm serious. Beat me up. Yeah, call the people in the straitjackets and have me admitted, because I've lost my mind. Why the hell do I want to walk around for people to see my backside for?
No, it's true.
You see what I mean? And the thing is, that comes from the people that have been institutionalized. That comes from the prison systems. You see what I mean? And the sagging, when you sag to certain levels, it means it's different levels, meaning that you belong to one family, you belong to a multiple family, or you're ready to give someone your backside. Well, we out here though. We out here just following the
Let me
fashion.
fix
I'm
my
thinking
belt
it's
right
cool.
now.
I'm thinking
You see what I
about
mean?
Alright, listen though. What we're gonna do, yeah? Because obviously we've got like 6
Fix your
minutes
belts.
left in it, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fix your belts,
we're
guys.
gonna go for some news. This is what we do on the table.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring some news to the table.
Yeah.
Our table time's about that, innit? So obviously my co-host here is whatever. Hey, what we're gonna talk about?
Hey, table
Look,
time.
You see the news here. That's why we got the lappy. We're professionals.
Yeah, what's on the
What should we bring today?
what's on the news?
One thing.
What's the
Hey, that's mad, isn't it?
Oh no, okay, yeah. No.
What should we bring up?
I'm trying to think.
no, there was one mad thing I saw.
When did you see checks in the news?
No, one thing is never done, innit? I posted it on Twitter still, where the people can't withdraw their money in it from the banks.
Oh God.
And then when we went in the bank with a little handgun thing, that withdrew. How much was it? Like 9,000.
When did you hear this?
About Thursday, Friday, literally. Like people have been going into the banks, literally getting their savings. They can't get out for like 3+ years.
Fend, listen. You need to book another session, man.
You're regular. You're part of the
You
show.
just
For all the people.
you just touched on something. You
What
just
you've seen today. This is the
tricks.
regulars.
I'm happy,
bro.
man. You just
Bro,
touched on
handle,
something.
bro.
You know what my guy just said.
I'm paying attention, innit? Like,
Go ahead.
This guy just touched on something. Do you listen, people? Let me tell you something, man. Read your terms and conditions. I don't care, man. Listen, read those terms and conditions. It's not a joke. I might be laughing. It's
Nah,
serious
I know you're not laughing.
because
I know. People might see my laughing, but it's not a joke.
let me tell you something. Do you know,
Trying
yeah,
to make it light-hearted. You get me?
that they intentionally put? You see the terms and conditions. That's just where it says small. It's small font or small print. Because it's psychological. Because when you see the terms and conditions, all you see is loads of writing, and you're like, this I can't read all this. So automatically you think, let me just sign. But they do that on purpose because they know to the mind, to the average person, it's like, this is a lot of information. So you flick through, but you don't read any of it. You just flick through. But within those pages, within page 24, you don't realize that in page 24 it says if you fail to keep up with your repayments, we can take your house. We can repossess your house. And on top of that, we can charge you for the next 12 months extortionate interest. But you won't know that unless you read the terms and conditions. Does that what I mean? So as much as this pile of information, it's pile of information that
He's on to the kids.
that we need to know.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Did you know as well that £85,000? If you got more than £85,000 in the bank, do you know that if the bank goes down and you got more than that, the bank gets to keep the rest? But why? But my question is, why does no one speak about it?
Yeah.
Because my
Why
question
don't
would
they
be,
inform people?
because it's all good you saying to me, okay, we only cover you up to 85,000, so you need to go and put the money in other banks, and then. But my question is, I'm asking serious question. I work damn hard for my money, so I want to know. Okay, I'm covered up to 85, so
Where's the rest?
the 2 million that's in my account. Where does it go? Does it find? But in the event of another credit crunch, like what happened in 2008, the bank can legally take your money and offset it against it to offset it against the debt.
It's all mad, fam. Hey, Dan, don't worry. We're gonna touch more on this still. Checks just set another mad thing. You get me? Like, and what you're not saying is true. But we're gonna do some news for the people, cause I know people like listen to the news and they like to be in tune and that. So what we got here, Sims? What's going on?
I'm looking now.
I
fam.
know, we're trying to find
They're
this
just
out.
talking about, obviously, the coin. But I'm not.
R.I.P. the Queen.
But that's what's in the news. But what I was gonna say, like all this cost of living talk,
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Orchestrated.
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is that a
Orchestrated.
conspiracy? Is that a
That's the news,
conspiracy?
right?
That's not even conspiracy.
Like, what
No, do you know-
is
I'll
what
be
are
honest
we
with you, what
saying
this is
that
to do with? This is to do with the Great Reset.
Okay,
So what they need to do is use a man like Putin, and might I add, he's part of the plan as well, because I saw him. He attended the World Economic Forum with Klaus Schwab, like all of them, every one of these prime ministers and presidents. They all attended the meeting with Klaus Schwab, who is the head of the World Economic Forum. Let me tell you guys something. If you thought Hitler was bad, he's 5,000 times worse.
Who's worse?
Klaus Schwab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Type his name in. Become get familiar with that name, because he's running stuff. This guy tells people what he's going to do, but because people don't like to read and they don't really like to pay attention to a lot of stuff, that's why you find that our rights are being taken away slowly. This is why you're finding that they're going to be introducing social credit system, digital banking currencies, because they're looking to replace the cash system. And the problem that we've got is when that happens, privacy is gone. Because when say like Sims goes to top up his Ferrari, get petrol,
Jeez, Sims in the
yeah,
Rari.
and he goes with cash.
Yeah.
Sims could be in Birmingham and then decide to go to Manchester and go to Leeds. They don't know where Sims is. You know what I mean? There's no trace.
Yeah.
But the minute now that Sims decides to now, you know what, man, I got my little Apple Pay. I mean, I've got my little Apple Watch.
Which he's got as well.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, I'm already,
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Hey,
know where
listen.
Sims
I'm lost already.
Sims, you
Go
know
on.
where you are.
I got you.
They know where
I
I'm
got you.
They
You said
know
they
that
got him.
Sims was in Sainsbury's in Holloway Road. He bought a 99p drink. Yeah, at 2:13.
they got
This is what I
more
mean.
trail.
The CCTV saw him. They said,
Costa.
yeah, that was Sims, his name, because his Apple Pay
No, you gotta
is
do the
registered
dodgy
with his
trails.
name and address.
Got
So,
to spin the block, innit? Got to spin the block.
so not only do they know what you bought, they know what you bought, where you bought it, the time you bought it, what you bought,
Yeah.
They know all my habits, fam. They know all my habits.
But
Yeah.
with
My
cash,
They
there's no
don't know.
cash back. So
There's no
people,
trace.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
people
days.
like drug dealers going to be a thing of the past. Unless you walk around with a little handheld
The handheld
machine.
is
you know what I
true.
mean?
I just got the hacking people that
Innovators.
Hey, listen, before we cut here, I see a guy in Carnival.
No, you're joking. Serious? Did you go carnival?
I'm
Hey.
gonna cut the visual, yeah?
Yeah.
I had to stop the visual on this. The audio listeners have to hear this still. Hey, listen, how do I stop this?
You just press the red button.
That's what I pressed, fam. It's not stopping, fam.
Because it may be meant to go through.
Anyway, listen. But hear what I'm saying, yeah? This is meant to be for the audio listeners only, innit? So
we'll
we're gonna
cut
cut this shit. There was a brother in Carnival, yeah?
Mm.
My man had the card reader. Man was shotting rum punch, yeah? Big him up. Man was shotting loud as well. Man said he had flavors. Listen,
What you saying? Just comes like a medi pack.
You're right, man.
It came in a medi pack.
We're done.
That loud was
Listen, I ain't done. Big up.
Yeah.
You get me? You're gonna come back as well, obviously. It's a regular. Man, like raw checks quickly took over for OP, had to quickly go.
Yeah, man. Real life.
Big up as
Real
well.
life.
Yeah.
Hold tight, my co-host here,
Hey, Sims
Sims,
OBT.
yeah.
Sims. You get me? So
Until the next time.
yeah, man. Till the next time, we out. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You get me? Table Time Podcast.
Table time.
Let's
Big up.
go.
We out.